Welcome to the 14th lecture on fluid machinery course. In this lecture, we will discuss various aspects on draft tubes used in reaction turbines, types of draft tubes, functions and the theory of draft tubes. We will also answer some relevant questions on this topic. This is from module 2. Explain the working of a draft tube in an axial flow reaction turbine with a neat sketch. Remember, draft tubes are not only used in axial flow reaction turbines, they are used in radial flow reaction turbines as well. What is the reason for the absence of draft tube in an impulse turbine? Explain the types with neat sketches and functions of draft tubes. Explain the theory of draft tube in reaction turbine. How is the turbine performance affected in the absence of draft tube? We are already familiar with this diagram of draft tube. One cross-sectional view. In this case, we have a draft tube at the outlet of the turbine runner, which is having a simple conical shape. And here we have another type of draft tube, which has a circular inlet and a rectangular or square outlet. Now we will consider the second and the fifth question initially, and we explained this briefly in the previous lectures also. What is the reason for the absence of draft tube in an impulse turbine? An impulse turbine, such as a Pelton turbine, operates at atmospheric pressure. If the pressure at the outlet of a turbine runner falls vacuum, then the draft tube is required to discharge water to the tail race. So the pressure at the runner outlet falls to vacuum in the case of reaction turbines, such as Francis turbine and Kaplan turbine. So we require a draft tube in the case of reaction turbines, but we don't require a draft tube in the case of impulse turbines. Now the fifth question, how is the turbine performance affected in the absence of draft tube? If the draft tube is not used in a reaction turbine, then the turbine unit should be kept submerged under tail race. That means the turbine should be installed underwater. In that case, the periodic maintenance, repair and inspection will be extremely difficult. Moreover, in the absence of draft tube, the net head available at the turbine inlet of a reaction turbine will also be reduced, because the draft tube will increase the net head in a reaction turbine. Now we will explain the working of a draft tube in a reaction turbine with a schematic diagram. This is a schematic diagram. Here the rectangle, this represents the turbine and the casing. And here we have a draft tube, which is of a straight divergent type or a simple conical one that resembles the shape of a conical frustum. And now what is a draft tube? Draft tube is essentially a flow conduit having increasing area of cross section used to discharge water from the runner outlet to the tail race. And what are the major functions of draft tube? If you use a draft tube in a reaction turbine, then it will permit a vacuum head or negative head to be developed at the runner outlet. The draft tube converts a portion of kinetic energy of water discharged to the tail race into pressure energy, or we can say useful pressure head, which otherwise would have been wasted. Then the draft tube enables the turbine to be installed above the tail race. which we explained already. This will make the periodic maintenance, repair and inspection easier. It also increases the net head on the turbine works, because here you can see this height of the draft tube above the tail race. Some portion is underwater, below the tail race, and some portion above. So the portion of the draft tube or the vertical height of the draft tube above the tail race, that effectively increases the net head on the turbine works. The input power will increase. The input power, as we know, it is rho q g h, where h is the net head. When the net head increases, the input power increases, and proportionately the output power and efficiency of the turbine will also increase. That is, indirectly the draft tube increases the efficiency of the turbine also. In two words, we can explain the role of the draft tube in a reaction turbine. It acts as a pressure recuperator. So it is doing the kinetic energy recovery at the exit of the turbine runner. And in one of the functions, we already explained that the draft tube recovers a portion of the kinetic energy of the water discharged into useful pressure head, which otherwise would go waste. It is important to note that the pressure at the outlet of the reaction turbine is vacuum, that is below atmospheric, and the pressure at the tail race water level, water surface here, it is atmospheric pressure. Since the pressure at the outlet of the runner is vacuum or below atmospheric, you cannot discharge water directly into the tail race from a certain height without such a flow passage. And now the efficiency of a draft tube. Consider this schematic diagram. Here the section 2.2 shown here, that represents the outlet of the reaction turbine runner or inlet of the draft tube, and section 3.3, that is outlet of the draft tube. Here some portion of the conical draft tube is below the tail race and some portion above. The height of the draft tube above the tail race is here indicated as h suffix s, and this is the tail race water level, and the portion of the draft tube below the tail race level here is indicated by y. So total height of the draft tube is this h s plus y, and we know that at the tail race water surface the pressure prevailing is atmospheric pressure, represented by P suffix A. And let the pressure and velocity at the exit of the turbine runner or the inlet of the draft tube, that is section 2, be P2 and V2. Pressure is P2 and velocity is V2. And at the outlet of the draft tube, section 3, let the pressure and velocity be P3 and V3 respectively. And now we will consider the kinetic energy head and how much kinetic head has been recovered by the draft tube. Now consider that H suffix F, HF, be the head loss in the draft tube. During the flow through the draft tube, the pressure head loss, let it be HF. And the kinetic head or velocity head at section 2 or outlet of the runner or inlet to the draft tube is equal to V2 square by 2g, since V2 is the velocity. So when water is discharged from the turbine exit, runner exit, its kinetic energy associated with that water can be expressed in terms of this kinetic energy head or velocity head, V2 square by 2g. And now at the exit of the draft tube or outlet of the draft tube, velocity is V3. Therefore, the kinetic energy head or velocity head of water at 3 or section 3 is V3 square by 2g. Sorry, this is not V3 cube by 2g, it is V3 square by 2g. Change in kinetic head. Now, it is V2 square by 2g minus V3 square by 2g. That is in fact the kinetic energy recovery that is being done by the draft tube. In other words, that kinetic energy recovered that is converted to useful pressure head in terms of height of the draft tube above the tail race level. Now, what is the efficiency of a draft tube? Efficiency of a draft tube is the ratio of the kinetic energy recovered by the draft tube to the kinetic energy available at the inlet of the draft tube. See, at the inlet of the draft tube, the kinetic energy in terms of velocity head is V2 square by 2g. So, that is the denominator. Kinetic energy head available at the inlet of the draft tube or the turbine runner outlet. Now, energy recovered by the draft tube. So, the change in kinetic energy head, so that is V2 square by 2g minus V3 square by 2g during the flow through the draft tube. That much minus this HF. HF is the pressure head loss in the draft tube. During the flow through the draft tube, this HF is the pressure head loss. So, therefore, the total energy recovered by the draft tube is given by V2 square by 2g minus V3 square by 2g minus HF. Therefore, this is the efficiency of the draft tube. Now, we will consider the different types of draft tubes with the schematic sketches. See, the first one is a straight divergent type. In the previous schematic diagram, we have used this type of a draft tube. This resembles the shape of a conical frustum. See, from the inlet to the outlet, the area of cross section increases. So, in all the types of draft tubes, the important point is the area of cross section should increase from the inlet to the outlet. That means it should provide a diverging flow passage. So, this is the first type, straight divergent conical one, and its efficiency rating is about 80%. And now we have another type called Moody's spreading type of draft tube or a hydrocone. The central conical solid core in the Moody's spreading type of draft tube will remove the whirling of water discharged. So, this type of draft tube is used when the whirl component of velocity at outlet of the turbine runner, that is VW2, is not equal to 0. So, when the water discharged that possesses whirl component of velocity, we use this type of draft tube. And this is also an efficient type, and the efficiency rating, that is around 85%. Now, simple elbow type of draft tube. So, you have the circular inlet and circular outlet, and due to the bend, its efficiency rating is somewhat low, and this type of draft tube is reported to have efficiency in the range of 60% only. Now, we have another type, and we are familiar with this already. So, this particular draft tube has a circular inlet and a rectangular or square cross section at the outlet, and this is an elbow again with the cross section changing from circle at the inlet to rectangle or square at the outlet. This type of draft tube is also reported to have the efficiency rating as high as 85%. Now, we will explain the theory of draft tube in a reaction turbine. Consider the same diagram. We are familiar with this diagram already. Section 2.2 is the inlet of the draft tube or outlet of the turbine runner, and section 3.3 is the outlet of the draft tube. The vertical height of the draft tube below the tail race level is indicated by Y. Now what is the total height of the draft tube? That is H plus Y. And head loss in the draft tube, let it be H suffix F. Now we will apply Bernoulli's equation between the section 2.2 and section 3.3. So when you apply that, the total head at 2.2 will be equal to the total energy head at section 3.3 plus the head loss during the flow from section 2.2 to section 3.3. That is the head loss during the flow through the draft tube. That is HF. So the total energy head at 2.2, that is pressure head plus velocity head plus datum head, P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. And the total head at section 3, that is outlet of the draft tube, that is pressure head P3 by rho g, velocity head V3 square by 2g plus datum head Z3, and plus, since it is the actual flow condition, we have the head loss associated with the flow from section 2.2 to section 3.3, that is HF. Let section 3.3 be the datum. Therefore, Z3 is equal to 0. So our height will be measured from this particular reference. Now what is Z2? Z2, the total height from the datum, that is H plus Y. So Z2 is equal to H plus Y. And now what about the pressure P3 and its relation with atmospheric pressure? Pressure head at level 3.3 is given by pressure head at the tail race level plus this Y. In other words, PA by rho g plus Y will be equal to P3 by rho g. We will now substitute the values of Z2, Z3 and P3 by rho g in this equation, which we obtained by applying the Bernoulli's equation between the section 2.2 and section 3.3. Now when you substitute it, P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2 is H plus Y, that is equal to PA by rho g plus Y, that is P3 by rho g is replaced by PA by rho g plus Y. Then plus V3 square by 2g plus 0. 0 is the value of Z3 because the section 3.3 level is taken as the reference. Then plus the head loss during the flow from section 2.2 to section 3.3, that is the head loss in the draft tube HF. Now this Y and Y on both sides will be getting cancelled. See, what we are interested is to find out the value of the pressure P2 and the corresponding head P2 by rho g, because we have to establish the fact that the pressure head prevailing at the runner exit or draft tube inlet is vacuum, because in the functions of draft tube we already stated that draft tube permits a negative head to be developed at the runner outlet or the draft tube inlet. So P2 by rho g is equal to, taking all the terms to the right hand side, all the other terms to the right hand side, what we get is P2 by rho g is equal to minus this plus V2 square by 2g will become minus V2 square by 2g. Now this plus h will become minus h, and Y already cancelled. Then plus PA by rho g is already there on the right hand side, plus V3 square by 2g plus HF. And now we will do proper grouping. That is P2 by rho g is equal to, now PA by rho g, that is atmospheric pressure head or what we call H atmosphere. Pa by rho g, then this minus h, h is the height of the draft tube above the tail race, then minus this minus V2 square by 2g we will write here, then plus V3 square by 2g plus hf. Now the last three terms, you take minus sign outside. So what you will get within the bracket. So if you group it together and if you take minus sign outside, then you will get minus of V2 square by 2g minus V3 square by 2g minus hf. See, you are familiar with this term already. V2 square by 2g minus V3 square by 2g minus hf. That is in fact, that is the energy head recovered by the draft tube. V2 square by 2g minus V3 square by 2g is the change in kinetic head in the draft tube. Then minus hf, that means it is an actual energy head recovered. So actual energy head recovered because of the draft tube installation is this much. And now P2 by rho g is equal to Pa by rho g minus h minus this energy head recovery by the draft tube. This expression we obtained now, that indicates that P2 by rho g is equal to the atmospheric pressure head minus these two quantities. So if you subtract two positive terms together, see this term as well as this h from atmospheric pressure head, so that means what value you will get here, P2 by rho g will be less than atmospheric pressure head. So any pressure that is below atmospheric pressure head is vacuum. So therefore this P2 by rho g is a vacuum head or negative head. So this theory of the draft tube clearly indicates the fact that the pressure head developed at the exit of the runner or the inlet to the draft tube is vacuum or negative pressure head. Remember, H atmosphere, which is equal to Pa by rho g, what is the value of atmospheric pressure head? It is 10.33 meters of water. This is the theory of the draft tube. So when you are asked to explain the theory of the draft tube, you have to establish the fact that the pressure head prevailing at the outlet of the runner of a reaction turbine or inlet to the draft tube is vacuum or negative pressure.